We have to fool them. We have to use our
I
witchcraft.
will explain the gossip. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Ghosts, goblins, and glitter? If there's one thing the ALDC girls never shy away from, it's drama, and Halloween gave them the perfect excuse to crank it all the way up. Every costume was a performance, every sequin had a purpose, and every moment was a chance to snatch the spotlight in the fiercest, freakiest way possible. Whether they were creepy, cute, or full-on chaotic, these Halloween moments live rent-free in our minds. So grab your pumpkin spice latte and let's flash back to some of the spookiest, sassiest, and most iconic Halloween-inspired looks to ever haunt the ALDC dance floor. Let's be real, Maddie owned the creepy gorgeous aesthetic. Her skeletal-themed solo was more than a costume. It was a full transformation. Black and white makeup gave her a ghostly glam look that screamed Tim Burton meets Victoria's Secret. Abby, of course, was living for the bone structure, literally and figuratively. She called Maddie's bone-themed technique flawless, and the judges agreed. But fans? They were split. Half were in awe of the control, while others said, "We get it, she's the favorite." Spooky levels, 10 out of 10. Controversy levels? Also 10. Chloe was the moment when she stepped on stage as a vampy ballerina. Think black lace, blood-red lips, and enough elegance to rival Morticia Addams. It was a rare time Abby actually praised Chloe without a backhanded comment. The dance was dark, lyrical, and hauntingly beautiful, totally Chloe's lane. But behind the scenes, Christy was quietly simmering. Of course she compliments Chloe, the week Maddie's out sick. The costume was drop-dead gorgeous. The performance was to die for, and the tension, deliciously eerie. You know JoJo wasn't showing up to Halloween week without turning heads. Her spider-themed jazz number was peak JoJo, glittery, campy, and just a little bit scary. Her hair was teased to the heavens. Her leotard had webbed sleeves, and she even wore fake lashes shaped like spider legs. Iconic behavior. Abby? Not impressed. "She's not a spider, she's a clown," she muttered. But JoJo spun her own web of fan support. Kids loved it. TikTok would have eaten it up if it had existed. And Kira? At least she doesn't look like everyone else's backup dancer. If you blinked, you might have missed it, but Kendall once performed a lyrical piece as a delicate, drifting ghost. Flowing white fabric, pale makeup, and a haunting score. It was soft, understated. Maybe too understated. Abby accused her of dancing like she's already dead, and Jill spiraled faster than a haunted carousel. She's 12. She's not going to float like Maddie. The dance may have been spooky light, but the drama it stirred was terrifying. Cue the ghost of confidence lost. Nia brought the house down as a voodoo queen/dance floor diva. Black feathers, gold trim, and a fierce stare that could hex a rival team in seconds. Holly was thrilled. Finally, a costume that let Nia shine instead of pushing her to the back. Abby gave her the good job head tilt, which was basically a standing ovation by ALDC standards. But it wouldn't be Dance Moms without a side. Of course Nia gets the scary costume, Melissa whispered to the moms. Whether shade or praise, Nia served. Halloween-themed group routines were always a moment. From zombie dolls to possessed puppets, Abby loved a theatrical ensemble, especially when it doubled as a metaphor for her control over the team. Just saying. A few standouts. Twisted Sisters. The girls wore creepy masks and tangled ribbons, performing synchronized madness. Abby said it was her vision come to life. Christy said it was therapy waiting to happen. The Witches of East Pittsburgh, a trio number featuring Maddie, Mackenzie, and Kendall. Broomsticks, black tights, and a cackling voiceover. Mackenzie accidentally knocked over a prop mid-routine, and Abby lost it backstage. "You ruined the illusion." Nightmares come alive. Dark lighting, edgy choreography, and lots of angry mom reactions. The girls looked incredible. The moms? Not so much. Kathy from the Candy Apples called it gimmicky trash. So naturally, Abby made them do it again the next season. Halloween at the ALDC wasn't just about the costumes, it was about who Abby liked enough to compliment, and who she treated like a ghost. There were years she threw mini parties in the studio, only inviting certain dancers. One year, Maddie got a full candy bouquet and custom costume while the others got plastic pumpkin buckets from the dollar store. Jill? Fuming. This is favoritism, Abby. Abby? This is show business, Jill. Halloween at the ALDC was never just about candy and costumes. It was a theatrical battlefield where sequins met screams and dance moms clashed harder than any monster movie showdown. Abby Lee Miller turned every themed week into a pressure cooker, especially when spooky season hit. One wrong costume? You're out. One misstep in a cobweb-filled group number? Cue the wrath of Abby. Over the years, the show gave us ghost girls, evil witches, skeleton queens, and at least 3 different kinds of possessed dolls. Some performances were jaw-droppingly iconic. Others were just jaw-dropping for all the wrong reasons. So grab your fake blood and hairspray. It's time to relive the SPOOKIEST, most drama-soaked Halloween looks that ever haunted the ALDC. Let's kick things off with a certified classic, Maddie's skeleton solo. It wasn't just a dance. It was a statement. The black and white costume, skeletal body paint, and haunting soundtrack turned Maddie into a ghostly prima ballerina. Abby was obsessed. That's how you commit to a character, she raved. Naturally, she credited herself for the entire concept. She learned that from me. But backstage? Tensions were sizzling. Chloe had just lost a solo, and Christy was practically breathing fire. If Chloe wore that costume, Abby would have said she looked like a Halloween decoration. The favoritism was palpable. Still, Maddie's execution was flawless. Fans either saw it as her spooky magnum opus or another chapter in the Maddie is Abby's favorite saga. You want powerful? You want bold? You want spooky and stunning? Enter Nia's Voodoo Queen solo, one of the most visually fierce Halloween-inspired looks the ALDC ever showcased. She wore feathers, gold accents, and dark makeup that gave her a commanding, witchy energy. Abby called her performance surprisingly strong. Holly rolled her eyes. That's code for, I didn't expect her to do well. But Nia delivered. The crowd loved her. The judges praised her commitment. Backstage, some moms whispered about the theme choice. Holly didn't let that slide. It's Halloween. Witches exist in all cultures. Period. It was giving Broadway. It was giving villain origin story. It was giving please don't squish me. JoJo's spider theme number was pure, glittery chaos, and we loved every second of it. Dressed in sparkly black with webbed sleeves, JoJo looked like a Halloween fashion show crashed a haunted house. Her dance was sharp, sassy, and just slightly unhinged. Abby? Not having it. She looked like a jumping tarantula on caffeine. But JoJo owned the character, lashes and all. Jesselyn's response? She stole that stage like a true performer. Sorry if that scares people. The only thing spookier than the look? The way Abby tried to erase it from memory. Chloe in black lace. Chloe in blood-red lipstick. Chloe twirling with dead-eyed elegance. Her vampire-themed solo was everything. It screamed gothic romance and subtle revenge, a vibe only Chloe could pull off with such grace. Christy was thrilled. For once, she doesn't look like a backup dancer to Maddie. Abby gave it her usual backhanded compliment. She's okay when Maddie's not around. But the fans? Ate. Up. The dance still circulates online every Halloween. It's one of those rare moments where the costuming, music, and dancer all aligned, and Abby still couldn't fully celebrate it. Jealousy? Ghosts of favoritism past? You decide. Oh, Kendall. Always trying, always twirling, and in this case, always floating. Her ghost-themed lyrical solo had her in long white chiffon, pale makeup, and a delicate, dreamy routine. It was lovely. Maybe too lovely. Abby didn't hold back. She's not ghostly. She's sleepy. Jill. Lost. That choreography was light. You choreographed it, Abby. The mom studio standoff that followed? Honestly scarier than the dance. While Kendall may not have terrified anyone, she did deliver something aesthetically beautiful, which Abby apparently doesn't count as real Halloween inspo unless someone's screaming. Now this, was creepy. The girls wore matching white dresses with cracked doll makeup and twisted ribbon props in Twisted Sisters, one of the most visually disturbing group numbers Abby ever created. The choreography was jerky, haunting, and intensely theatrical. Abby was obsessed. "This is what happens when they listen," Christy muttered, "or when they sell their souls to the devil for approval." Even the judges seemed disturbed, in a good way. The girls nailed their timing, their expressions, and the overall eeriness. Kathy? Overdone and underwhelming. Translation: I'm jealous. Tiny but terrifying. Mackenzie's zombie solo had her in tattered clothes, smeared makeup, and the most dramatic facial expressions her little face could handle. It was weirdly adorable and a little unhinged. Abby loved it. Mackenzie is finally stepping into her spooky era. Melissa cried. The moms clapped. Peace momentarily reigned. But the real treat? Watching Kenzie try to keep her undead character during critiques. "I just wanted to smile," she giggled. Undead, but still a ray of sunshine. Abby sometimes threw Halloween-themed parties, and by parties, we mean opportunities to showcase favoritism. One year, Maddie got a designer costume. Everyone else? Dollar store props. Jill nearly combusted. Oh, she gets a crown and a cape? Kendall gets a headband shaped like a bat. Drama brewed faster than a witch's brew. Another year, Abby handed out candy, but only to girls who placed top 3. Nia? Snubbed. Holly? This is petty even for you, Abby. Meanwhile, Jojo brought her own candy. I don't need Abby's sugar. I am the sugar. Iconic. This trio, Maddie, Mackenzie, and Kendall, performed a witch-themed piece complete with broomsticks, evil grins, and dramatic cackling. It was campy, creepy, and just short of being a full Disney Channel special. Unfortunately, Kenzie tripped over her broom mid-dance and Abby exploded. You ruined the illusion. Melissa tried to reason with her. She's a child. Abby. So was Shirley Temple, and she never missed a cue. The drama? Bigger than the dance. The backstage meltdown? Scarier than any Halloween costume. A last-minute costume changes. Jojo's spider legs were sewn on 15 minutes before curtain call. Jesselyn was steaming fabric and shouting at a producer. Makeup disasters. Kendall once got glue in her eye from a fake lash catastrophe. Abby blamed Jill for raising a sensitive child. Abby's Halloween critiques. You look like a witch, and not in a good way. Next time, don't scare me more than the audience. Classic Abby. With long capes, smoky eyes, and intense lighting, this group routine channeled Salem vibes. Abby said it was about female power and manipulation. Fans thought it was just her way of shading the moms. Kalani led the group and owned the witchy aesthetic. The drama? Melissa whispered, if Maddie had been in it, it would have won first. Kira? Maddie wasn't, and it still slayed. Some viewers saw it as one of the last great group numbers before the OGs started leaving. It felt like a finale, spooky, moody, iconic. The ALDC didn't do Halloween halfway. Whether it was a spooky solo, an eerie group number, or just costumes in the dressing room, the girls and their moms always brought it. Ghosts, witches, skeletons, dolls, and spiders. They were all more than costumes. They were characters. Power moves. Statements. But let's be honest, the real horror story? Trying to survive Halloween week under Abby Lee Miller. Now that's something no costume could protect you from.